You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court?
I did.
What's going on?
Well, she left when our son was 11 months old. He's 10
11
now.
months?
11 months, yes. And she chose to pursue her career.
Wait a minute, I got hung up. You said 11 months
11
and
months.
he's 10 years old
He's
now?
10 years old now. She chose her career over being a parent, although she wanted to be a parent, and left me with the child. It's been hard. I do what I can do. I take care of our son. She's still chasing her dreams. Nothing wrong with that, but she did decide to have a child, and I just want to know what happened, some kind of financial compensation if she's chasing her dreams and making all the money she wants to make. Maybe she can just throw some money our way, and that'll be fine.
That would be fine, and I agree with that, ma'am.
All right, folks, let's dive into another intense child support case. Mr. Brown steps forward and explains that his ex-partner left him to raise their 10-year-old son alone while she pursued her career. He's here seeking financial support for the years he's been the sole caregiver. The judge listens closely, acknowledging the emotional and financial burden Mr. Brown has carried. While the judge makes it clear there's nothing wrong with following career goals, she also points out that both parents must share responsibility for their child. Mr. Brown shares how he's been juggling work, parenting, and even continuing his education, all on his own. The scene is now set for a serious but fair discussion. Let's see how it unfolds from here.
Is there a reason that you have not paid this man child support? He's been having your son for 10 years.
He said throw some money their way. What that mean? Throw some money their way?
Would you clarify for her
Well,
what you
if
mean
she
by
doesn't
that,
want
sir?
to be in his life and be around and be a mother, and I have to be the father and the mother, then maybe I should be compensated for being the father and the mother.
You mean by her paying child support?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all he looked for is money.
Well, he would
Okay,
like to play baseball.
it takes more than air to raise a child, ma'am. You have to pay something. What else do you want him to receive to be able to raise this child? I'm listening.
And our child has dreams.
He needs to get a job and stop trying to depend on
no,
me.
what you need to do is listen to what I'm saying and answer my question and not worry about what he has going on. Everything is about you right now.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. We'll get to the money part in just a minute in terms of calculations, because this child has been with him for a long time, and to go without any sort of financial assistance, and based on what you've turned in, you've made money and you have not given anything to him for your child, it's absurd.
I've been throwing money his way, and I don't know what he been doing with it, because I make over $85,000 a year.
Excuse me?
Over $85,000 a year.
You make over $85,000
Over
a year.
$85,000
She hasn't given
a year,
you any
and I've
money,
been-
sir?
Not too much, and really, the thing is,
This dude is lying. This
thing
dude
is-
lying.
Excuse me, I can't listen to both of y'all at the same time. I have 2 ears, but I only can listen to one person
well,
at
the
a
thing
time.
is, well, she's all free pursuing her career. I have to watch the child.
Wait a minute, what kind of, ma'am,
Well,
please.
it's hard to find a job and take care of a kid.
What kind of career does she have?
She's an esthetician.
Okay.
Eyelashes.
Mr. Brown presents his case, explaining that he's been raising their son alone for the past 10 years, taking on the roles of both father and mother. He describes how difficult it's been to provide for his child while also trying to pursue his own education and build a career. Mr. Brown points out that his ex-partner earns over $85,000 a year as an esthetician and believes she should contribute financially. He's not demanding a huge sum, just enough to help cover their son's everyday needs, from food to activities like go-karts and video games. The judge listens closely, clearly recognizing the personal sacrifices Mr. Brown has made. He also mentions how his son often asks about his mom, which adds an emotional weight to the case. As Mr. Brown appeals for fairness, the courtroom tension is thick, setting the stage for a meaningful decision.
Taking care of people's eyelashes.
Okay.
She makes pretty good money at it. Actually, she's good at her job.
And
Okay.
she
I would
worked
give her
hard
that.
for it too.
However,
Ma'am.
diapers and
Excuse me, sir. All this extra and this attitude, I'm the only person that can have an attitude in here, okay? Yes, it's right. So I'm gonna need you to tone it down a little bit, okay? Thanks. Go ahead, sir.
and our 10-year-old is a grown boy, and He has a lot of things he'd like to do, and it's very hard for me. I don't want to get any government assistance. I would like to do it as best as I can on my own. However, I can't go back to school and take care of our son and have a job and run a business. Is very hard, and
I imagine so.
It is.
I imagine so. What type of expenses does your son have him?
He has normal childhood expenses, food.
Is he involved in extracurricular activities?
Yes, he likes to read. He likes games. I like to keep him with electronics and things to spark his interest.
What type of extracurricular activities?
He likes go-karts, motorcycles. He likes race cars, train sets, video games. He likes going out to the park, going to the lake, and all that.
Ma'am, do you hear all
money.
of that? All of that costs money.
It sure does, and like he said, I've been throwing money their way.
Every now and then, it hasn't been consistent.
It's not very consistent.
And it clearly cannot be consistent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Does he have a job? Can you ask him that question?
Ma'am, you know what? He's taking care of the child.
Doing what though?
The child lives with him, correct?
Correct.
Right. So whether he works or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he is raising you all's child, and you're not doing anything consistently. So we're gonna make that change.
According to him, though, right?
I want to see you do the same. After I finish
According
with
to
these
him,
calculations. Okay.
The ex-partner's response is far from sympathetic. She claims she's thrown money their way, but admits it hasn't been consistent. Her tone grows defensive as she questions why Mr. Brown hasn't found a job, accusing him of living off her income. But the judge shuts that down quickly, making it clear that Mr. Brown has been the full-time caregiver, a role that doesn't leave much room for outside work. The tension in the courtroom spikes as the ex-partner's dismissive attitude becomes more apparent. She even goes so far as to suggest that Mr. Brown should just get a job, completely overlooking the sacrifices he's made raising their son solo. The judge doesn't let it slide. She reminds the mother that raising a child is more than sending money once in a while. It's about being consistently involved, financially and emotionally. Her lack of accountability is glaring, and the judge makes it known. Parenting is a team effort, and one parent shouldn't be left to do it all.
So, who carries health insurance?
Obviously not him.
Do you carry it? Do you carry health insurance for the child?
Ask him.
Do you carry health insurance for
all the information?
Ma'am?
Well, see, that's the problem. I have a hard time communicating with her. Communication.
I'm having a hard time communicating with her, so I can't even imagine what you have to deal with and
Very
talking
rough.
to her about the child.
And he just wants to know where his mother is and why she doesn't want to be part of our lives, and why she doesn't want to come around, why she doesn't be involved in any of his after-school activities.
That is a legitimate concern. That is a legitimate
want to
concern.
know where his mother is.
Who pays health insurance for the child?
Well, the health insurance, it's kind of hard right now.
So he doesn't have any health insurance coverage right now.
He has no health insurance.
Lord, please.
So we're going to fix that right now. So according to your own testimony and your tax returns and your 1099s, it does equate to about $85,000 a year. So what we're going to do is order you to pay child support. Based on your gross, it comes out to $7,083.33. And right now the child isn't covered on any sort of health insurance coverage, so you're also going to be responsible for obtaining health insurance for the child. Okay, and I'm going to order you do that within 30 days. That's what you're going to have to do. I have your net resources at $5,138.10. So your child support obligation monthly, and giving you credit, how many other children did you say?
I have 4.
4, okay. So giving you credit for your other children, your child support obligation comes out to $698.78. And I'm also going to order you pay back support to this man. He requested in his paperwork that you pay back support to him. It's known as retroactive child support.
The judge doesn't hold back. After calculating the ex-partner's annual income at $85,000, she orders her to pay $698.78 per month in child support. But that's just the beginning. She's also required to provide health insurance for their son within 30 days, a crucial responsibility she can no longer ignore. Then comes the big blow. The judge orders retroactive child support for the past 4 years, totaling $33,141.44. To cover this, an additional $1,000 per month is added, bringing her total monthly obligation to $1,698.78. The judge makes it crystal clear, this ruling isn't just about money, it's about accountability. The child's needs must come first, and both parents are responsible, not just the onesie doing the heavy lifting. She reminds the mother that chasing a career is fine, but not at the cost of her child's well-being. The ruling is firm, fair, and unapologetically focused on the best interest of the child.
In Texas, it can go back the last 4 years. So, in calculating what your monthly child support obligation should be for the past 4 years, child support back pay is $33,541.44. And I'm going to have you repay that monthly at $1,000. So your total monthly obligation is $1,698.78 for child support obligation. Any questions about that?
As long as he get a job and stop living off of me.
You know what, ma'am? He can't be living off of you if you haven't given him anything consistently.
That's according to him.
Okay, well, you haven't provided me with anything different. Okay, so, exactly. Is there anything further, sir?
No, not too much. As long as she doesn't want to be around and she's willing to financially help support him, then maybe I can go off and further my education and be a better father and mother.
Sounds good to me. So, if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you know what, ma'am, cut it.
As the case concludes, the judge reflects on the key legal principles at play. In Texas, self-employed parents are equally responsible for child support, no exceptions. She also breaks down the concept of retroactive child support, explaining that the law allows for up to 4 years of unpaid support to be ordered when a parent has failed to contribute. She emphasizes that raising a child takes more than love. It takes consistency, both financially and emotionally. While Mr. Brown's devotion to his son is admirable, the judge notes it shouldn't come at the cost of his personal growth or stability. The episode wraps with a powerful call to action. If you know someone going through a similar struggle, share their story. These kids grow up on more than just love. They grow up on child support court decisions, and every ruling shapes their future.